Bell peppers are, well, they're one of my favorite things, especially orange and yellow bell peppers because they're so sweet and so flavorful. But you might not know this, but they're actually, or they're technically fruits, not vegetables. That probably only makes sense to botanists. But anyway, what you want to do here for this recipe is trim out the top. And when removing the top, hopefully remove the hull also. If not, that's okay. You can go and slice it out from the ribs afterwards. I'm going to roast the peppers at 425 degrees for about 20 minutes just so they are cooked equally with the mashed potatoes. To make the mashed potatoes for this recipe, you just need to wash and scrub the potatoes and then go ahead and cut out any sort of eyes or bad spots on the potatoes. I'm going to leave the skins on because I like my mashed potatoes with the skins. I don't know if it's more nutritional, I just really like the texture and the flavor. This is totally up to you. You can remove them or leave them on. Add the potatoes to a large pot with just enough water to cover them. You want to turn the heat up to high, bringing the pot to a boil. Once it begins to boil, reduce it to a simmer over a medium-high heat and cook the potatoes until they can be easily pierced with a fork. So you want them to be tender, almost enough to just kind of fall off the fork, and that's when they're done. There's quite a few ways you can make the mashed potatoes. You can use a ricer or a masher. Because I'm going to stuff the mashed potatoes into these bell peppers, I was going to use a beater. But I'm on location using a beater at someone else's house, and well, it broke while I was trying to mash them. So I tried to salvage it, but I had to use a fork. So using a fork, go ahead and mash the potatoes and get them thoroughly broken down. It's okay if they're a little chunky. And I'm going to go in and then add the milk and some butter and some salt. And you want them to have a really nice whipped consistency for this recipe. And that's how you make the mashed potatoes. Place the peppers in a small enough baking dish so they all stand up, and then overly stuff them with the mashed potatoes. Once they're stuffed, you can bake them for another 10 or 15 minutes at 425 degrees, just enough to have the mashed potatoes sort of get that burnt, twice baked texture to them. And there you have it. Go ahead and enjoy it. I suggest doing it with some friends.